Today I'm going to show you how much moisture can ruin your resin pours or your epoxy pours. And it doesn't matter if you're making pen blanks or river tables or anything like that. Moisture will absolutely ruin your projects. So without further ado, let's get started. First thing we need to talk about is safety. I have gloves, glasses, well-ventilated area. I'll be safe in my shop. You be safe in your shop. This is some maple burl that is not stabilized. It's not dried or anything. This is a cold mold, and this is the block mold that I make. I'm going to actually apply some moisture in this. We're going to use ALUMILITE Clear Slow. I have everything that I need except for this stuff in the oven. I have this exact setup except for this is going to be stabilized maple burl in heated mold. So I'm going to go get that, and then I'll explain that. This is the one with non-stabilized, non-dried, anything, and the temperature in here, it's 71 degrees, 72 degrees. This one is block mold. I'm actually going to just put some moisture in this. This is also 72 degrees. This is all I'm going to do. Get some water on there. I don't live in a humid place, so your molds may just be carrying more moisture than mine. I don't have a big problem with it, but I really do want to show you what moisture will do. So I don't have it sopped in there. It's not puddled. There's just some moisture on there. So let's see. This is stabilized maple burl, and it is 107 right now. I just took it out of the oven. It was 150. This other mold is also hot, 116. So, okay. So why am I doing it like this? Is because I really want to exaggerate the results. We need to know what can happen. So I've had it before. Well, I did a big project, and next thing you know, the whole thing looks crazy, and I'm going to show you that here. I have ALUMILITE Clear Slow. While I'm mixing this resin, I would like to invite you to slap that subscribe button because I do resin casting tutorials all the time on this channel. We also have a live show we do every Saturday called Saturday Morning Cartoons. We have a great group of people in there. Lots of the people that do watch the show are resin casters and they are wood turners, and we can all help you with any of the questions you have. So come and see us. Hit that subscribe button. Okay, we're about 95 degrees. You can tell it's 9 minutes. It's not quite what I would do, but we're not mixing colors. We're not trying to do color separation. Just trying to show you an experiment here, but I would wait till 105, and I'm going to do that on the second one, so I need to get this in the pressure pot. Not stabilized and not heated up. And we're going to get this in the pressure pot. And this one also. This one is the one I wiped the moisture at the bottom of it, and I haven't. This is 71 degrees. And there's some other side effects too. I'll show you at the end and explain it. I don't have to fill this all the way up because we're not going to make anything out of this. But I do want it kind of thick. So let's get these in the pressure pot real quick. And just that fast, we're at 106. These are still 103. So these temperatures are pretty close to one another. And that helps out with the other thing we're going to talk about here in a second. So I'm just going to get this poured. Here we go, to the pressure pot. Whew. 13 minutes. The demold time for this resin is 2 to 4 hours. I'm going to come back in 2 hours and demold this, and we'll see how messed up or how good this stuff is. It's been 2 hours. I've already got the lids off of there. I'm still going to be wearing gloves. It's already set up where it's time to demold it, but I'm going to wear gloves because if you touch this stuff, and then you touch your eyes, whatever, it's going to burn. There's still a chemical reaction going on, so use gloves while you're demolding. First, I'm going to demold the ones that were heated up and the one with the stabilized wood in it. So let's look at those. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's notice the corners. Notice how defined the corners are on these. Clear, clear, clear. Nice corners on this. Now these are the ones that were cold. We didn't heat up the molds at all. And I expected a little bit of cloudiness in there, but I guess we didn't get lucky. There wasn't a bunch of moisture in here. You can see it right there. See some moisture is happening right there, that milky looking. There's a little bit in there too, a little bit of lightness. Ooh. Notice the corners. Notice the corners. They try to pull away from the corners because it wasn't heated up. Next, you can see the corners in this one right away. It's like the corners are missing. It is clear. I kind of expected, maybe I should have put some more water in there. Let's look at these real closely next to each other. And it's a little more apparent now. You can see right here, see the whiteness on there in the wood grain. That's the moisture that was in there. A little bit more noticeable. See the white? Looks like mold, kinda. It's gross. There we go. Now that's a good picture of it. This is a heated mold. That's a not heated mold. So the corners are pretty much missing off of there. Obviously I didn't do this one enough. So I'm gonna put some water in here and just do it like that. I'm just gonna put some in here. And if that don't do it, then you probably won't see this video because I'm just gonna start again. It is 2 hours later and I'm gonna go ahead and demold this. So let's just get right to it and let's just demold it. Better, but I'm sure if you've done any resin casting, you've come across some white stuff, and this is a fail. This isn't quite what I was going for, but the water just went to the top, and then you can see all the white. You can see the swirls in the corners. Right here, you can see how milky that is, and that's what you're going to get if you have moisture in there. This is actually wood that has been dried in a kiln, but if you just took something out of the yard, it would be horrible. And this is with stabilized. So people ask me, should I stabilize wood? With the resin casting that we do, it's for the lathe. Most of it's for the lathe. So when you have a piece of wood like this, it's going to be burl. So a lot of times it's going to be punky. And I would say if you're going to turn it, you need to stabilize it so it doesn't fall apart in the lathe. And also so that you'll have a good cast. But what you can do is you can just coat this with epoxy. And then before it sets up all the way, or you go ahead and let it set up and then just lightly sand it and then cast it, and then you'll be fine, except for the blowing up on the lathe part. And then if you're doing a river table or something like that, this is what you got to watch out for. You go ahead, and if you have some wood that's not all the way dry, some people get by with it, but my luck, I won't. If it has moisture in it and you put your deep pour epoxy in it, you're going to have moisture and air coming out, and then you'll have things that look similar to this or similar to these corners. So what you can do in that case, again, is go ahead and coat the whole thing, and then before it sets up all the way, do your final pour, or let it set up all the way and then sand it and then do your pour. Hopefully you got something out of watching this video today. I talked about stabilizing wood quite a bit today. So here's a video over here talking about stabilizing wood. Everything you need to know right over here. Come and see me on that one.